Yeah, so the
Rising.
investigation is still ongoing as to
Happening
how
now.
individuals were notified once
This
the
is the
initial
Verbal Antidote
immediate call
channel.
came in. And what we know right now is that there are still 4 individuals who were still
This
in
is the
handcuffs.
MDTA, Transportation Authority, Maryland. The NTSV was recorded yesterday. This is the Verbal Antidote channel. Happening now. Update on the Maryland collapse of the bridge. Maryland officials. Happening now.
I'd say to the people of Baltimore is that there is no higher priority than making sure that we can return not just a sense of normalcy to them, but also continuing to give them an opportunity to live in a community that is growing and thriving. We have been moving on this literally since the early hours of when the incidents happened, and we haven't stopped, and we're not going to stop. That every priority in terms of how are we thinking about alternative routes, in terms of supporting their transportation needs, about making sure that we're both caring for the families and the victims, while also making sure we're prioritizing the clearing of the channels and making sure that we are going to get the port of Baltimore open and get this bridge rebuilt, and that is our core focus.
I think the governor hit the nail on the head, Keith. This is a priority for all of us, but what we have to ask our residents is to be patient, because we have to not only do this quickly, but do it the right way so that every T is crossed, every I is dotted, and that we make sure that we are building our infrastructure to be stronger in the most quickest and fastest way. We all understand the importance and will be there to support our residents, but we have to do it the right way.
There is nothing that we will not do to be able to speed up and making sure that we have a swift.
This is one of the top ports in the whole America.
Making sure that we're also doing
next to the Savannah port,
coordinated fashion. And the thing is, if you look at the press,
Miami port,
we understand that this is daunting. This is complicated. It's complicated because of so many of the variables.
Virginia port,
laid out before. When we mentioned
Louisiana port,
the vessel and the container ship in the Suez Canal, just simply moving that
and
took 5 weeks.
California port.
And what we saw when we went out there on that Coast Guard
and Texas port.
Saw a vessel that was almost
this is one of the top ports in all of America, right?
Was laid down. This vessel is almost the size of the Eiffel Tower, and the only difference is that it now has the key bridge laying on top of it. This is remarkably complicated. While this is also having a
like you say,
with many moving variables. The reality is that
that merchant ship
are far many unknowns than knowns. And so the thing that we can say
carries a lot of weight, you know.
Everybody in our state is that this is a team that is coordinated. This is a team that is not just working hard, but working around the clock to making sure we get to a proper completion. But we also know this is going to be a long and a complicated process, and we are going to not just need people's.
That merchant ship is built.
We want to let them know we're going to get this done.
Like an icebreaker. You cannot penetrate it.
This is going to be a
it
long
is triple,
because it's a very complicated process. But,
quadruple, galvanized steel.
We're going to get this done, and they can bet on it.
All right. Look at all those containers on there. That is some heavy weight.
We're
all right.
going to actually have a collective going to be a rebuild that will include the state and our local partners. This is going to be a rebuild that will include the private sector. This is going to be a rebuild that will include our unions. This is going to be a rebuild that will include everybody. Because we
once that weight hit it, it's coming down, whatever it hits.
And remember, to the initial construction of the key bridge,
it doesn't matter.
So we know that we are going to move with speed, and we're going to move with safety.
Stop with all the conspiracy theories, all right?
Involved in that process.
I'd like to give my condolences to
no, it's still too early.
All the construction Mexican construction workers that passed away, and the people, I think it was Mexican people that was found. I think it was coming to the job to work on the bridge.
So our heart breaks for these
all right,
because these families are living a nightmare. They are receiving information, and that night when this tragedy first happened, they received news that none of us would ever want to receive. And so when we say that we stand with them, and when we stand with them, it's both that we are praying for them, and they have prayer angels all around them.
If that merchant ship captain didn't make the Mayday call, hundreds of people
and so it still comes
probably would have been coming across the bridge.
This situation. I remember when I met with many of the family members, the thing they most wanted me to remember.
That's a big bridge, y'all.
These were fathers, and they were brothers, and they were cousins, and they were husbands. They were people whose families loved them. And I can tell you, as the son of an immigrant myself.
There we go.
I know my partner in the work, our lieutenant.
Thanks for watching.
Is the first immigrant ever elected to statewide elected office in our state's history. It still comes back to the basic.
I won't call them immigrants right now because it doesn't fit. Thanks for watching, all right? Have a great day. This is Robert Channel. Extracted from FOX Live.
No word yet on what time we can expect a press briefing today, but they have been happening.
Thanks for watching.
Either way, the second